waterfall. Now to the, they found a 35-year-old male in one of the caves, radiocarbon dated to 960 AD. And further exploration in 94, they found 3 additional burial sets, 2 to 8 years of age. And they were one is a wildlife, will bring some of their animals down and display them.
Ooh.
All 3 creeks are fed by over 30 natural springs, keeps the water at about 55 to 60 degrees year-round, perfect for our rainbow trout. Believe it or not, 54 million gallons of water per day flow out of these 3 creeks north into Table Rock Lake. That's 54 million gallons a day. We do allow fishing out here. This bridge to the right for about a half mile is our self-guided fishing are required, as we are on private property. And we do charge an hourly rate to fish and a per pound rate if you want to keep it fish.
Oh.
This is our sycamore grove. When the railroads were coming through, they cut out a lot of the hardwoods, leaving us the sycamores. So some of the oldest trees in the park are going to be our sycamores. And in fact, that one that's coming up on your right is about a 150-year-old sycamore.
What is a sycamore?
Of course, that is the only trees we have in the park. We have oak, maple, elm, hickory, black walnut, eastern red cedar, redbud, and dogwood, amongst others. You're hitting at the right time for the dogwoods. They are in bloom. Some of them have gone past bloom. They're probably about 50-50 right now as far as blooming and non-blooming. Coming up on our only covered bridge in the park. This is Long Pine Crossing. It's an 80-foot span. Now it was built in 1992 by Daniel Schwartz and a crew of Amish men out of Seymour, Missouri. Those 12 by 12 beams came out of a century-old warehouse in Chicago, Illinois, block and tackle.
Oh, look at this creek. Amazing.
There are some photographs of the construction on these first beams and end beams. Very pretty out here, very peaceful.
You can walk like that.
Oh, wow.
The bridge right here in the display case on the right. Feed up to 100 people. We have about 65 to 75 weddings per year here.
Wow. Sorry. Oh, Drew? Drew? Dak, ikut mugruk.
And we know spring is here and our winter is just about over when our trees start, our spring trees start blooming. Now that tall one right there in front is a red bud, and there's one at the start of that. They're done. Let me see, they've been around, they started the first part of March. That's about normal for our red buds. They put out a purple flower. They're done.
Yay!
Now we do offer a few off-road road up a little bit further. On your right, that bridge marks the end of self-guided fishing and the beginning of guided fishing.
Oh, okay.
We do offer guided fishing out here. It's $300 for 4 hours with one of our guides. Up to 2 people can go out. You can bring your own gear, or they will provide it, and it is catch and release. Our guys are good at what they do. They love fishing. They love teaching people to fish. In the water on our right, that green leafy plant in the center, and on the sides is watercress. Watercress is an edible plant. It's from the mustard family. Has a peppery taste, and you only find it in very healthy streams, of which we have a lot of out here. You'll see a ton of watercress throughout the park. We do have critters out here: chipmunks, squirrels, groundhogs, rabbits, raccoons, skunks, armadillos, opossums, muskrat mink, river otter, beaver, elk, and deer.
Daddy, daddy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I love all these creeks. All these creeks.
Now back by the horse stables, WEIRS, serve a couple of purposes out here. They are very pretty, and they're great for our rainbow trout. The trough is created on the top side, gives them a place to hide. Water dropping across the dam aerates it. So the three things our trout need is 60-degree temperature water, lots of oxygen, and a place to hide, makes it a perfect environment for rainbows. Put the bird on here.
Oh, nice. What happened? Oh. Oh, wow.
Now you'll see Riley call it Solana Pool. You think, look, one of them tried to scoot off onto the dam.
Look at that, look at that. Oh.
You think getting fed every half hour they wouldn't get so eager, but...
Dax, come. Look at that, look at that. Look, so many fishes, Dax.
Now, we only stock rainbow trout here. Our creek bottom is not really conducive for breeding, so we stock rainbows. Every once in a while you might run into a bass or a sunfish out here in some of the warmer sections, and they've come in on the bottom on the duck feed or whatever, or they. You'll see a lot of minnows out here. They are shad minnows. They're the same thing. They came in on the feed of ducks.
One more time, please.
You wonder how a pond that's never had any activity all of a sudden has fish in it? Because birds brought in or ducks brought in the eggs and got it started.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, did you?
We have two waterfalls becoming one. Aww.
Oh, two waterfalls becoming one.
You can still see it pretty good as the trees start filling in even worse. It's harder to see up in there, but that is our Thunder Falls. Creek goes on the left. We do come back by here and I'll stop on the way back by.
Thank you.
Put your right at eye level.
Oh.
You'll notice a little bit of temperature difference going through that. Now, if you notice over here on the left, I don't know if you know what a mayapple is, but these, in fact, there's one that's starting to bloom. Those big leafed plants right there are mayaples. We'll have to come in and cut that every once in a while just so we can still see, but you see all that watercress there and watercress over on the place itself. He's at the Buzzard Bar at Big Cedar, and the Petersons there at the IMAX complex. Some of the guests, the late George H.W. Bush, Chuck Yeager, and Coach Whitey Herzog. We do offer a refreshment side out here for those walking.
Hi.
I mentioned Pine Ridge Pass earlier. Here's where it rejoins the main road. It's a little better from this side, 300-foot climb over a half mile.
Okay.
Mainly for safety purposes. I understand this cave has collapsed about halfway back.
Gosh, it says danger. So we are not supposed to go.
If you're interested in spelunking, see me at the end of the tour. There is
Because there are problems.
a more porous type of limestone. You can see how gravelly it is here. Doesn't take much for pieces to break off.
Oh, there's another.
They found many tools, many tools, pottery, fire, and refuse pits here. Tongue-tied today. And determined it was occupied between 800 and 1200 AD. Now we don't stop at this waterfall on the tram tour, but if you were to bike, walk, or take a private tour, there is a walkway that takes you.
Oh, that's
Take a slow-mo video of the waterfall from the backside and you'll have a very unique video.
okay. Oh.
A very beautiful stacking of our weirs.
7 pools. One male.
Now, 1994, Johnny brought his daughter Megan and Waylon Jennings out here. They supposedly caught their first rainbow trout up in this next crossing.
When you hike and do camping.
Okay.
Look down about 30 foot into where the branches come together. There's a big cloth there. That's interesting.
That's nice. Uh-oh.
You look, it's way up there. See that very tall tree? It's a great tall tree. And you come down about 30 foot, you see it.
Beautiful.
That's so pretty.
Of what? Ah, nice. Yes, because the nature is so good. I cannot control.
Dolomite limestone. Dolomite is a less porous type of limestone, so water tends to run off of it. And in fact, in the wintertime, if the conditions are just right, we will have up to 20-foot long icicles form on this wall.
Oh.
I mentioned Arkansas earlier. We are getting ready to enter the natural state of Arkansas. It's where our animals are at, it's where our pasture's at.
We're getting closer.
So welcome to Arkansas, guys. Now I'm going to climb about 300 feet over a couple of switchbacks.
We came to a different
Just up the hill.
We came to a different state. We came to Arkansas.
Great for the animals. Sometimes though it makes it tough for us to see them. A lot of times they're by the road, but sometimes they're off that area. We'll see what the day brings. It doesn't look like anybody's on this first smaller pasture.
To begin with, the trap. அப்புறம் இங்கே தான் ஒரு இது இருக்குதுன்னா கேபின் நான் டைரெக்டாக இங்கே தான் ட்ரைவ் பண்ணிருக்கேன் ஒரு நாட்டு க்ரீக்கு இன்னும் நடந்துட்டு சைக்கிள் பண்ணிட்டு ஆனால் அந்த இதுக்கு வந்து தரணும் மார்னிங் இருக்கிறோம் நைட் ஏறிக்கணும் மார்னிங் video recording.
When it's 3 degrees, it's even more.
so many bisons, Dutch. Oh, they're not now. In nature? Oh, I'll park. You know, I just saw a bison flying. I just saw one bison just flew by. Yeah, I saw. It has 6 legs.
Bison's only have 4 legs.
He just watched Avatar. So.
We just finished watching Avatar.
Oh, there.
Ow.
Yes, I see bisons now.
This is gorgeous. Oh, look at the rich ones. They're swimming.
They are in the water.
They're swimming. They're glasses. You see their shaggy glasses.
We are here. They're here. We are here. They're there.
They're only on bull elk, although I saw something in the paper last fall, or I guess it's on internet now, not paper, nobody has paper anymore. I saw where a gentleman during bow season shot an 18-point doe. So it does happen every once in a while, but it is very unique and rare for that to happen. So normally they're only on the bull elk, so we'll go up now.
So much of education going on. Yeah. They're lovely. Isn't it lovely? Look at those.
So many bisons.
I never imagined this. I love these.
I think I'll go ahead and go on around.
See me down. How's your boy?
You're going to see them just as well from down on the road as we'll from up here. Looks like we're going to talk about everybody when we get down there, because our longhorns are over there, our bison are over there. Also right here.
Oh, there's some in the water. Down there is
I know these guys would start moving away when we come up.
The white one is that yours?
I want to.
I want the
Get
brown
between
one.
everybody here and we'll
Daddy's
stop.
gonna take the brown one. I'm gonna take the white one. You pick one for yourself. Maybe the baby one.
Who do I talk about first? They're on both sides of us. Now, some of you might see him letting down. He's got a very dark mane on him.
I'll give you
He is our dominant bison. Now, his name's Ninja, and he's the far left one here that we're looking at.
Got it.
And the white buffalo we call Dakota. Dakota means friend to everyone. Now, the white bison is very rare, 1 in 10 million.
Wow.
And so now the Native Americans, they knew, they were kind of superstitious anyway, and they, I'm not seeing them. I'll go ahead and stop on the bridge. That's a pretty good picture of the waterfall. Now the golden was created by a DNA mutation on one female. They are a novelty fish. They wouldn't survive well in the wild as they are like a neon sign. So we keep them back here because this canyon is fairly tight, so it'll be tough for a bald eagle to get in here and grab one.
Uh-oh.
For some reason, Trapper's Cabin. In the early 90s, as Johnny was developing the park, he wanted to keep an eye on progress. He saw an abandoned cabin in New Mexico he liked real well, so he came back, had him model that cabin, this cabin after that one. A couple unique features, that round chimney, and that door in the middle, and those windows on either side with a header and slats or bars. They were in that abandoned cabin. He liked that look, offered to purchase them, and brought them back. Trapper's cabin isn't being used for anything. They've been here.
What do you say?
I said, if you keep sleeping, you'll miss out these animals. And then if you ask me, I can't get them back.
Now, some of our critters out here like to burrow their dens in the ground. Where's your driver? Oh, there he is. Hi guys.
Bye.
Here's where we talk about the Native Americans that occupied this area at one point. They were the Washashi. Stood for midwaters.
We're almost there at the
Fur
restaurant.
trappers in the area didn't like that name, so they became the Osage Indians. They lived in small villages with long pole homes called wigwams, covered with woven mats, animal hind bark, and sod. Now they were buffalo hunters and farmers by trade. Each village had a peace chief, a war chief, and an elder man, called the Council of the Little Old Men, marked in perpetuity.
எங்க 4 பேர் இருக்கா பாரு.
Now the council established tribal law and settled disputes within the tribe and with other tribes. Their warrior men were fairly tall, over 6 foot, or scalp lock, which is locked the hair down the center, shaved on the side. They became very friendly with the first French fur trappers, started trading pelts and hides for horses and other goods. Unfortunately, in the mid-1800s, the government stepped in, kicked them off of this land, and moved them to southeast Kansas, and then bumped them again to northeast Oklahoma. However, they were able to purchase their
Do you want
land
to go to mommy? I'll take care
under
of
the
baby.
1872 Osage Reservation Act, and lucky for them, in 1895, crude oil was discovered on their property, and they became the richest tribe in the nation, established their own government with a constitution, 3 branches like we do, and today have over 13,000 members. There's a little folder right there, and that 65-degree water is flowing towards you.
அந்த பக்கம் வரட்டா?
Another one of our critters out here is